Hello, dear yarn and wool loving friends out there. Doc here from Albuquerque in New Mexico, where I'm sitting with a yummy latte in the afternoon because I don't know, I was ready to go back to bed for a nap, but I'm not a napper. So instead, I made myself a cup of coffee and I decided to have a chat with you because there's a few reasons. For one, I do need to thank you all for your comments last time. It was very interesting to me that most of you said they don't mind longer episodes of podcasts. And I myself, I'm kind of like a half-hour gal, but I mean, I do, the people I love, I watch them even if the episode is longer, but that was fascinating to me. So I was really glad I asked. And also, of course, today I need to share with you that my cowl, you're probably gonna be like, Duck, not again. You've talked about your cowl 50,000 times. But today, last time, first of all, thank you to those who have already purchased the pattern. It is up on Ravelry as of last night. So starting today on Saturday starting today on Saturday, it is published on Ravelry as a pay-for pattern. And, but as I promised you, I wanted to give you a code so you get the pattern at a discount. It is today and tomorrow. So for 2 days, this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, the 8th and the 9th, you will get the pattern at a discount, 50% off on Ravelry with the code OMA. Okay, so don't forget, if you like the cowl and you want to get it, this is a good time to do it because of the discount. And if you have missed it in the last episodes, or if you're new here, this is the cowl. And because we've had cooler weather, in fact, it has been snowing today. I'm going to put in some pictures. I've been wearing this baby. I've been wearing the cowl, yeah. So it is a snug fit, which I like in a cowl. That's what I wanted to create. And if you use a heavier yarn, the pattern is written for sport or decay. But like I said, if you use a heavier yarn, just go down in your stitch count if you like the same snug fit. Yeah. I hope you like the photos. I had so much fun taking the pictures earlier today when it was snowing. Yeah. So this is one thing that I wanted to show you. Also, I have started 2 new projects that I wanted to show you, but this is not going to be a full-on regular episode, but I thought, I'm going to share these two new projects with you. But I'm also going to give you a glimpse of my rug hooking project because I've been working on it and I'm really happy about how it's coming along. So let me start. Oh yeah. When should I talk about this? I'm going to do that right away because you know how I was worried that I couldn't get my knitting journals because I had decided to get some of my books spiral bound and use that as knitting journals because my old one is full now, and that's the old one. It's just an A5 notebook where I collaged on the cover, And if you wonder what these yarns are, that's specifically the yarns that I have used for the Duke City mitts. Because I make so many, I'm just tying them on at the edge. Yeah, but I had decided to make a change and to use those spiral bound books, as I had talked about that before. If you've been around, you know that, but to refresh. Red Barn Collections. They formerly were located in Salt Lake City, and the owner, Brooke, is now moving to Vermont. But she did my books before she moved. It just took me a while to get a hold of her because, I mean, such a big move. No wonder it was a little bit crazy for her. But she made my books before her big move. And if that is a concept that you like, keep in mind she will continue her business, but then from Vermont. So I sent her 3 of my own books, and I had some lovely paper that I wanted her to combine with it. It was a little bit heavier, or it is a little bit heavier. It is fountain pen friendly, and I thought a heavier paper is going to be good to glue on things like labels, yarn samples, and so forth. I mean, my old notebook, it was fine with normal paper, but still, I thought, well, I have that paper, let's just use it. So what she does is she takes off the spine, the original spine of the book. She formats the paper, the additional pages, that paper to the same size as the book pages, and then they are put into the book in whichever way you like. So what I chose is certain sections in the book where you have, I don't know, maybe 10 pages book, then 10 pages blank, 10 book, 10 blank, 10 book, 10 blank. I mean, I made up those numbers, but I just love the whole concept. It's a journaling. It's intended for journaling, but yeah, I don't journal in spiral bound books. Not typically my thing, but some people don't care. So it's just such a wonderful thing. And I am super excited to have my books. Isn't that awesome? So this is one of them. I sent her 3. And like I said, I added my paper, which I had gotten at a thrift store. And that's the other one. This is a fun one because it has these really funny pictures, old pictures from, yeah, where people are knitting. So, yeah. And then, like I said, blank pages in between. And we kind of, because my paper was heavier, we kind of like, Brooke managed to fit them all in. We had a call about all of this and worked out. And she explained to me how, you know, I can always take out some pages, whichever I want, if the book ends up being too fat, especially if I add, you know, things that make it thicker. And the third book is this one. I am so happy about all of these, and I'm probably gonna start with this one. Yeah, and I have not started yet, even though I got them like a week ago, but I will share with you once I have pages completed. Oh yes, and Brooke told me that there is indeed a red barn that the company is named after. And that red barn is in Vermont. Yeah, isn't that cool? Love it. And also, we have a guest. Say hi. Hi. Hello. My name is Ike. So that was the code for the cowl. That was Red Barn Collections. That was my coffee. Oh, and like I said, I'm not going to go into all the details of everything that I have been working on, but I certainly wanted to mention that I have started 2 new projects. One of them I will rip out, and the other one I don't want to put down. And the one that I will rip out is the Hansel Hub by Gudrun Johnston, because ripping it out because I'm not so happy with the yarn for this purpose. And the yarn that I'm talking about is this handspun. And I want to make a baby blanket for a friend in Germany who has just become a grandma. We've been friends since college. Super cool. So yeah, as much as I wanted to use this, and it's a little baby girl, I am just, I don't know. It would be fine for me, I think, but I just don't know. Now I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, well, maybe keep going after all. It is a very warm wool. It is, like I said, a 2-ply handspun. And I believe I got this at Maryland Sheep and Wool Festival in 2018, the fibers. And it is, yeah, you can tell there's still lanolin in it. And I'm just thinking, you know, I would love that for a girl, but maybe what if they don't like it? I don't know them well enough. I know my friend is very opinionated about colors and whatnot, but then again, when somebody knits you a blanket, maybe you shouldn't be, maybe you should just be happy and embrace it, even if it's a color that you would not choose. I don't know. I have to think on this a little bit longer maybe, and not hastily rip it out, especially since I've checked, I have no hand-spun yarn that I could use. So that's that. Well, I definitely have plenty of yarn. And you may remember that I have a hap stretcher, which I am so in love with, but I haven't used it in a while, and I would love to use it again. Yeah. There is, if you are interested, there is in the playlist, it may be instructional videos. That's where you can find a video where I actually dress the hap stretcher and put a hap on it. I have made so far 3 Hansel haps. Hansel is for sure kind of German, but the hap is probably hap pronounced. And my new project that I am sure you are gonna love as well. I'm making it, it's a shawl that I I am making with my friend Nancy, who's here in Albuquerque, and it was so funny because we went to the guild meeting and there was a D-stash event, and both of us grabbed two skeins from the same company, and I don't know where the label is. It was a company that I had never heard from, but her yarn is a little more bluish and mine is breathtakingly sage, greenish, bluish. So we were thinking, oh, well, we should knit something together, and do the same shawl. And in the end, we agreed on the pattern Magnolia shawl. And I was not familiar with the designer, whose name is Evelina Murach. Magnolia shawl. Oh, you can probably read that. Nice, right? And then you start knitting this baby and you're like, oh my God, this is so much nicer than you expected. And the writing is spectacularly perfect with charts and written instructions. And I just, yeah. For this, I could become a monogamous knitter, maybe. What do you think? Oh my gosh. It's hard to show, but yeah. So my yarn has slight speckles, so there is an iota of variation, but it's not so much that it distracts from the lacy leaf pattern. Yeah, very much in love with this. And next time I will tell you about the yarn. I have no clue where I put the label. Last but certainly not least, I did want to show you my rug hooking project, which counts as a UFO. That's why I have mentioned it before, but it has been growing, and right now you can see it on the frame where I have it on when I work on it. And the cat. Let's try not to pull out anything. Take that down. So it's tightened on the frame by attaching it to these grabber strips that are very sharp. And this is where I am right now. I am making this after a painting that my son did in school, and I changed it to a rectangular format, and it will eventually go on the floor. I know a lot of people are going to gasp, oh my God, you put all that work in it and then you put it on the floor. That's what they have always been intended. They've been intended to be used as a rug, and only later, as it evolved, it has been turned into an, should I say, art form where people make cushions, pillowcases, or a wall hangings, stuff like that. Yeah, I am happy with how it's coming along, and it very much fits the vibe of the original piece that that he had painted. I just got some fluff in my eyes. But yeah, that was all that I meant to show you today. Code OMA, don't forget, today, Saturday, and tomorrow. Thank you already, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Happy knitting.